Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Kelsey's Way TV, and I am Kel-Sei, and we are back with day 2 of 11 days of K. Day 1 went up today, and I liked the video. I also decided to share my business Instagram, Autonomy Wellness, at Autonomy Wellness on Instagram. Go follow me. Follow your girl on there. I'll be dropping sneak peeks so you can see what the video I'll be hitting for before you even get the notification, because your notifications are turned on all, not personalized, right? Like all of them, because you want to see like all of my videos. Yeah, okay, cool. I already know. You don't even have to tell me. And you subscribe, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, you're not just watching the videos, like taking all my gems and then running along like toodaloo. You got the notifications on. I know. I just be having to ask, girl, because sometimes y'all just be like ghost following, taking all my little gems and going on about your merry way. Subscribe, like, turn on the post notifications. Or whatever. But anyway, yeah, day 1 went up. I was able to get all of the editing, which I didn't do that many edits. Y'all know these videos don't be getting edited like that. But I was able to do the edit, get the thumbnail, and get that all posted up. Today, the business Instagram page, I started publicizing that. I've been at it for a long time, but I started to publicize that so we can start getting followers. Autonomy Wellness right here. Follow it on Instagram. And I did some more behind the scenes work today. So now it's time to film for day 2 so we can do it all over again tomorrow. I hope y'all know, even though these videos are pretty quick for me to make, it takes a lot to post 11 consecutive days, as well as promote, as well as working on behind the scenes work for the launch day, because there's still so much that needs to be done. So I really hope you are appreciating all of the work and effort that I'm putting into it, and I hope that you check out the website, www.autonomywellness.com. It's not live yet, but it will be on December 11th. Autonomy Wellness on everything, okay? Should I make a business Facebook page? I think I should. It's just gonna have to be like after the new year, because I'm doing a lot right now. Anyway, what are we talking about today with this long intro? We're talking about being masters of ourselves. Now, quick little backstory before we get into this, which I pretty much always talk about being a master of ourselves. That's the whole goal for my business, my brand, and my YouTube platform, at least this YouTube platform, since I have 3. Let me just drop y'all with a quick little backstory. I freaking love psychology. I mean, it makes sense. I like to talk about things pertaining to the mind and the brain and how we think and how we can control it and optimize our processing when it comes to our mental state. But I really love psychology, and I was very interested in it starting back when I was probably like in middle school. In middle school, I went to this summer program at Truman State University, and I studied psychology. I took like a college level class in middle school, and I was all into it, like Pavlov and all the different schools of thoughts and all of that stuff. It was my thing. Like every single school of thought, I'm like, I like this one. Wait, no, I like this. I like them all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the point where I kind of wanted to be a psychologist, and I thought that when I went to college, I was going to study psychology. I quickly learned that I'm an empath and I'm an internalizer. So that wasn't really going to be a good job choice for me. I could have done well in it, but I would have needed a couch to lay on too after I got off of work, because every single problem that somebody had that I didn't have a direct answer to, or I didn't have a fix with, because I'm so empathetic, it would have literally killed me. So I was like, yeah, save that for your hobbies. You're gonna need another day job, because this one is not going to work for you. You're gonna be miserable, and you're gonna be depressed, and you're gonna need a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a straitjacket, and some more to be able to do your job. So let's just dead that. But that's a part of mastering oneself, being able to identify your strengths and your weaknesses, and being able to adjust to life. So let's go ahead and hop right into this video. While we're speaking of psychology, you have to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So let me pull it up real quick, because I don't want to lead you astray. All right, so if you've never seen Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I will probably put a picture right over here so that you can see it, but I'll read it to you. So it's broken into 3 different categories, and then in each category, some of them have subcategories. So the first category is basic needs, and on the very bottom you have your physiological needs, which is food, water, warmth, and rest. Then you have your safety needs, security and safety, so like your place to live, and just overall feeling safe in life. And then you have your psychological needs, which the first category is belongingness and love needs, so intimate relationships and your friends and family. And then you have your esteem needs, which it says prestige, and then the feeling of accomplishments. And then you have your self-fulfillment needs, which is when you start to reach self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Boom. That's what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about self-actualization. We want to talk about mastering ourselves and how we get there. And believe it or not, in order to be a master of oneself, you need to be a master of your mind. I be talking about this all the time. I be trying to tell you, you got to change your thought process. And in the process, you have to change your mentality. You have to change the way that you perceive things. This is how you reach self-actualization. Because if your perception is on point, if the way that you think is on point, can't nothing phase you. You that dude, like I'm trying to tell you, you are the one. Once you get to that point. So let's break it down even further. I found another diagram. Again, I'll put it over there on top of the K. And these are some steps that you could take to get to self-actualization. And the reason why I do like this diagram is because it breaks out the things that are most important to me. So I'll run down with the steps for you, and then I'll tell you which step that I think I'm on and how I got there. So it has step number 1, self-awareness. Step number 2, self-exploration. Step number 3, self-discovery. Step number 4, self-understanding. You have self-love, self-transformation, and self-mastery. Now, I don't think that these steps really necessarily go in chronological order, but I think in order to create the imagery, they use the pyramid, because you can honestly be in a lot of these steps, or you might have already skipped past some of the steps and not really even dove into the other steps. So I feel like the step that I'm currently, let me go first from the steps that I think that I've already kind of like played in, and I'm done with that step. Not that I can't go backwards or I might not need to revisit. I think that I pretty much got that step down. So self-awareness and self-understanding. I think I'm pretty aware of who I am as a person. I think I have a pretty good understanding of who I am as a person. I think the steps that could define me most right now, or the steps that I'm in right now, would be self-exploration, self-discovery, and a mix of self-love. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that I don't love myself, but I have recognized that I don't pour into myself as I should. I don't really nourish my soul the way that I should, and I'm working on that. And that will be a major part of me reaching self-actualization, and it'll be very beneficial in me mastering myself. So now that we got all the little charts and stuff out of the way, by the way, I have notes, because mastering yourself is a huge topic, and I could talk about it all day, but I did want to keep it concise because I do want to be able to hit this topic again as I continue to go through the different levels of the pyramid, or kind of double back, and I continue to grow. And one thing that I did see as I was doing a little research on this, because we're always going to be in this process, even for those who reach self-actualization or are true masters of themselves, they are always committed to a never-ending cycle of improvement. And basically, they're continuously in this process of becoming, meaning that every single day they're working on a part of themselves. They're making sure that my camera cut off because I had too much stuff on there. Anyway, like I was saying, they're always making sure that their mind, body, soul, and their heart is always like fulfilled. They're always making sure that their whole system, or their company, if you watched my last video, is working like a well-oiled machine. They can't be lagging in a certain area, because they will have that will cause consequential effects to all other parts of them. And if they truly want to be masters of themselves, they truly want to reach self-actualization, everybody got to be on one accord. Everybody has to be working optimally, and the only way that you will be able to do that is if you're constantly fine-tuning. You're constantly working on it. You're constantly fixing things before they become shattered. You're tweaking, you're improving, you're recalculating, you're recalibrating, you're putting in the work necessary to make sure that you're running smooth and everything's just copacetic. And then another quote that I've seen, it says, mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is a true power. A lot of us walk around feeling tough and feeling good about ourselves because we can pick and prod at other people, and now you feel like, oh, I hold weight because I can make you move, I can make you mad, I can make you aggravated, I can make you this. And you try to push that weight around. Okay, that's strength. But do you want to be a superhero? Do you want to have superpowers? Make it to where can't nobody move you, can't nobody push you, can't nobody poke you, can't nobody prod you. Because you are so aware, you are so comfortable, you are so connected with yourself that the way you perceive external forces will always be positive. Even if it's bad, it'll never be bad enough to where it'll shake you. It'll never be bad enough to where it'll break you. It'll never be bad enough to where it can mold and push you into something that you weren't. You won't be so malleable to outside factors. That's power. And if I could have any superpower in the world, it would be being a master of me. Because now I'm a force that cannot be stopped. Literally, the only person that can stop me is me. And I'm not going to stand in my way from being great. I'm not going to stand in my way of living in my purpose and doing what it is that I was intended to do. Because I want the best for me. You know, I want to be all that I can be. But the only way I'm going to get there is if I'm able to perceive the world in a positive light. If I'm able to control my thoughts. If I'm able to control my emotions. If I'm unshakable. I'm unpressable. I'm unstoppable. So I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep working on me. I'm going to keep making sure that I'm hitting those steps and those charts that I put up. And make sure that every single day that I wake up, I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. And I'm going to be tweaking. And I'm going to be fine-tuning every single little piece of me so that I'll always be optimal. And it says self-mastery lies in your ability to control your mind. And literally, I don't know how many times I could say it. Like, if this brain of mine was powered, fueled, and controlled by me. Oh my goodness. If you don't like me now, you're going to hate me when I become a master of myself. And that's all I gotta say on that. I'm gonna just leave it right there. You will hate me. And that's okay. And I hope one day you get there too. Ooh, she's gonna be so mad. I can't answer right now, Lord. And then I seen something else that really shook my spirits that I felt like I should throw into the video today. It says, learn to be delighted by growth. And take away from the anxiety of wanting to stay safe. You know how anxious I get when I think about my comfortability, when I think about trading in my comfortability for new experiences, for the potential of growth and the unknown. I'd be like, but it's cozy. It's so cozy here. But I can't stay here forever. Because remember, I'm committed to constant improvement. And I'm always going to be in this process of becoming. Because every day I wake up, I become better. Because I'm still fine-tuning, I'm still working on myself. But then here comes Mr. Anxiety sprinkling over my head when I be trying to level up. Guess what? If I was a master of myself, I would get out of the way, you know? I would step out of my own way and walk into my destiny, walk into my greatness, walk into my potential, walk into my purpose. And even being able to say that, I still recognize that I am indeed human. So even once I'm able to master myself, I still will have feelings. I still will have words. I still will have thoughts, but it'll be easier for me to work through them. It'll be easier for me to feel intensely and still be able to say, you know what, this is scary, but I can do it. And that's the whole goal. I'm not trying to be a robot. I'm just trying to be an optimal human. So to end this video, because I know it's already going to be super long, I want to give you a few tips on how to become a master of yourself, which I would hope that this will work, because I don't feel like I'm a master of myself, but I feel like it's useful and maybe it might lead me there. Tip number 1, audit yourself. Don't sit around and just do stuff because that's what you think you know, or that's what you've been doing and that's what's been getting you by. Just like a job, just like paperwork, just like anything in this world, you need to have reevaluation, whether it be quarterly audits, whether it be monthly. Sometimes I'll be having to check myself on a day-to-day, on a week-to-week basis. Like, you sure you're right? Like, you kind of moving real loose. What is you doing, baby? What is you doing? Like, are we here with it, or do we need to talk about something? Like, do we need to control alt delete that behavior? Do we need to control alt delete that thought process? Something a little fishy here. So you good? No, I've been tripping lately. Let me level up, you know? So make sure you're always auditing yourself. Talk to yourself. Tip number 2, talk to yourself. Speak positivity into yourself. Speak life into yourself. Literally. Be the water, be the soil, be the sunlight, be the nutrients, be every single little thing that you need, but say it out loud. So that little tiny seed can dig its roots deep into something and be grounded into something and have a strong foundation, and then it'll sprout up out the ground and blossom into what's already beautiful. You know? Because that seed, that small seed, That small being, that small dream, that small goal, that small hope, that small wish, that small belief is beautiful. But ain't nobody see it down there. Talk it up. Get it out the ground. Let us see your beautiful, beautiful. I want to see you. I'm showing you my beautiful. I want to see your beautiful. Okay, speak to yourself. Talk, 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 talk to yourself every single day. Out loud, in the car, in the shower, at the grocery store, on the run, in your sleep. Just talk to yourself. That will change the narrative in your head. But if you're talking out loud, you're saying bad stuff, you're going to keep that same narrative. Make sure it's positive. Number 3, embrace embrace the present. Stop worrying so much about the future. Stop dwelling so much on the past. Yes, definitely make goals, have plans for the future, but don't bank on them. Don't think that it has to be concrete. Don't be so rigid and I have to do this, and this. Have loose plans and a small little blueprint of where you think your life is going to go and what you think you're going to want to do, but be okay with being able to change them. And then on the same tip, grow through your past. Learn through that. Feel through that. Acknowledge your past. And then be okay with being in the present. Yes, you are physically here, but are you showing up like you think you are? Are you a part of your today? If you're so busy focused on your tomorrow, or you're so hurt, or you're so, I can't get over this, or, oh man, I remember when, look at that. Into the past, how are you enjoying your present? How are you able to really, truly understand who you are now and to be able to get to where you want to be? You can't be fine-tuning if you worried about either 1,000 steps ahead of you or 1,000 steps behind you. Be present. Be in the moment. Embrace it. Number 4, respect your time. We get the same 24 hours in a day. Don't mess your time over because you think you're going to get more. Oh, well, I got tomorrow. Do you? Do you, though? I hope I have tomorrow, but I'm filming this video today because I don't know what my tomorrow going to look like, and I need to post. As long as God wakes me up tomorrow, that's how I pay myself tomorrow, posting my video. Did you watch the last video? I'm paying myself today, and then I'm going to pay myself again tomorrow when I post the video, you know? So respect your time. Understand that your time is valuable and you two have to respect it. If you want other people to respect your time, you got to respect your time too. Use that 24 hours that everybody else uses and use it wisely. Do what you need to do what you want to do, and make stuff happen, you know? Number 5. I don't know if I can count. I might need to add that on the list. Learn how to count. That may be important. Anyway, number 5, live with discipline. And I'm not saying you got to be the most regimented person in the world, but just don't be out here loose. Trust me, that be one of my downfalls. Like, sometimes I'll be like super, super strict and super, super disciplined, and then other times I'll be like, that word, it starts with a D, but I don't really know what it is. It's probably beneficial to my life, but that's not my testimony right now. Number 6, control the controllables. I always say this, your attitude is the number 1 controllable. How you respond, what you respond to, and how you perceive things, you can't control. It takes practice and it takes hard work, because sometimes stuff be hitting me because the strong people out there think they so tough because they can press people, you know, and I let them get to me. But we're moving out of having that strength and moving into tapping into our superpower, which is controlling ourselves and mastering ourselves. So make sure you control your controllables. Your attitude will always be one of them. And then last but certainly not least, nourish your soul. Find a couple things that just makes your heart, your soul smile. And to me, your soul is your energy. Your soul is almost, if not the most important part of you. If your energies and your vibes is off, trust and believe that you have more than one deficiency. It ain't just your energy. It ain't just your vibes. You might be broken. You just might be broken. I mean, it's nothing that can't be fixed, but it's a lot going on with you. You need to look into that. One thing that fuels my soul is music. And I have a specific playlist on my phone, and it's called Nourishment to My Song. Some of them are like literally just so freaking hilarious and so silly. Some of them are just so powerful in the words and just the creativity in that was put into the production of the song. I'm here for it. I really am a music fanatic. And then some of them are just like so super lovey-dovey and sensitive, and I kind of cry a little bit. But every time I hear those songs, it makes my heart smile. Like, I can literally see my heart just in there. Jeez, I'm so happy. And yeah, I really, really took some time this year to figure out how to nourish my soul, how to cater to my soul, how to make sure that I always have an abundance of positive energy. And then when it starts to deplete, how do I refill it? Take some time to learn that and nourish your soul. Because if you want to reach self-actualization, if you want to be a master of yourself, your energy got to be right, your spirit got to be right, your soul has to be right. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you turn on all my notifications. Like, put it on all, not personalized, because you want to see all of them, like all of them, all of them, all of them, yeah, all of them. You want to see all of my videos. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at Autonomy Wellness. Make sure that you bookmark my website at www.autonomywellness.com and be ready for the launch. It's going to be 12/11/20 at 12 a.m. Be there or be square. And guess what? It's going to be a blog post matching this post. So whatever I forgot to mention in the video, or if y'all don't even be making it to the end of the video, or you be missing stuff, and you are more of a reader than a listener, it'll be all on there for you. And I ain't going to drop you with no more hints, because I still got, how many? 9 more days to film. So I can't give you all my secrets. I can give you all the tools, all the tricks, and whatever you need to be successful in making sure that you're on time for my launch date. That being said, bye.